Oh, sound, sorry. The audio disparity in my goddamn games is so insanely different. Elden Ring is so quiet, and this game is so loud. Okay, let's go with this setting. Go with this. Apparently, I won't be able to, I do own everything in the game. That is a fact. Hey, why don't you be my first subject? For what? What are you doing, uncanny Franny? I'll divine your past and future based on the ancient technique of water divination. I wouldn't if I were you. Let us spray. Oh, for fuck's sake. I sense you're someone who used to be wishy-washy, always fighting from one thing to another. Wrong. I'm the opposite of wishy-washy. But now you have this renewed focus, like the 15-degree nozzle of the quality pressure washer. No. She got me completely wrong. I never have been wishy-washy. But I get it's for the joke of the in-game. But still. People try to read my fortunes, usually end up screaming and not wanting to, you know, continue. Apparently my fortunes are terrifying. Yeah, I've used the power washer. It doesn't come out this looking brand new like this. There is some damage that you will have to patch up. But it does get it clean. Clean enough to fix what's wrong with it without feeling like you wasted your money. And you can see chipped paint or wood or splinters or God knows what else. Repair it and then refurbish it. So it does work in that regard. But it will never look brand fucking new. It will look nicer though. Might need some TLC, but it looks nice enough to be not thrown away. Hello, kitty. It's showing my future, the desert, and a cat. Why is a desert and a cat into my future? In the desert, on a horse with no name, I collapsed and now I'm dead. What's it? Just dead now. Maybe I should give a bit of knowledge to those young idiots who keep complaining about how they don't make enough money to buy a house and all that BS. For one, no, the boomers didn't destroy the economy. It's the idiots who voted who didn't pay attention that destroyed their own economy. That would include you if you're not paying attention. And P.S. no one can buy a fucking house even in the 70s off 1 year's income. That is a 10-year fucking plan that your family members throughout time immemorial when they were buying houses had a plan for 10 years of saving money. No going out, no alcohol, no cigarettes, no drinking, no going out with friends, nothing. You go to work, you save up your money, you do this for 10 years, and eventually you'll have enough. And don't expect to get the best kind of house you can find. Just get whatever you can get your hands on. As long as there's 4 walls, a roof, and it doesn't fall apart, it's a house. And P.S., they made less money than you back then. You make 25% more money than they did. Somehow they were managing to live off $30,000 a year. Hell, my family's still managing to live off $30,000 a year. $33,000 now. Suddenly you feel this need to wash away the sins and incel of the unfortunate. No, I'm not washing away sins. I'm washing away dirt. This isn't just dislodging moss and muddy streets. Lady, you're overlooking into this. I'm literally just power washing your house. Nothing more. And you're paying me for it. Which means I can pay what I need to pay for because of it. Like I was saying, you can achieve everything you want if you're willing to work, constantly work, to the point you might just die from just working yourself. I wouldn't say I would recommend not working yourself to death, but if you want anything in this world, you're going to have to give up your time and money. Well, not your money. You want to save that for what you actually want. That means no video games, no internet. Yeah, you're going to have to give up a lot of shit if you want a house. That's what our ancestors did. Granted, back then they didn't have these things like internet, so they could save up the money without the extra expenses, but you don't need it either. And also, a lot of your degrees that you went to go to college for are worthless. Complete dog shit. You wasted all your time, money, and effort for nothing. You weren't going to get any value for it. Because you believed a bunch of people lying to you you need a degree to pump gas. You do know that people from the 90s, we were saving up money in our bank accounts and piggy banks for when we needed to buy a house. When we started turning 15, we started saving for a car and a house. We started young. Very young. You got to start saving up so you can have things you need if you want to start a family. Or at least live comfortably. A person flipping burgers, if they sacrifice all their free time and all their pleasures, they will save up enough money. It'll take 10, 15 years, 20 tops for every penny to be saved. As long as no unforeseen events happen, you'll be fine. Like an outrageous hospital bill because for some reason someone drove into you and broke your leg. So that some of that money got to go to medical costs. But as long as you stay healthy, happy, and just work for it, you'll get it. And don't tell me it's not that simple. It is. It really fucking is. You have to give up all your little treasures, your luxuries, your little bits and pieces of what you call fun. There is no fun when you want to get what you want to get. It's all sacrificed for one goal. Are you willing to sacrifice everything for your one goal? If you're not, then it's not worth it. You want a house? Sacrifice everything that you would find fun, entertaining, or need. That's not essential. And also, pay attention to who you elect. Really fucking pay attention, because you might end up fucking yourself in the end. Your decisions do make more of a difference than what you have to say. since your decisions make 100% of what happens to you in this world. Your actions alone determine everything. And I mean everything. Influencers? Yeah, they're talking out their ass because their livelihood is way better off than yours. I'm not even an influencer. I'm just some dude on the internet having fun streaming and playing video games. Getting a little bit of that nostalgia feeling from my childhood when I had younger siblings around. That's it. That's why I do it. I ain't gonna make money off this. And if I did, I definitely would be either putting it back into the business to make it more better and improve on the quality, which I could do if I had home cooking. I can't be picky or choosy. I have to cut coupons, look for everything on sale, even if I don't like the food I will be eating. But if it was cheap, I would have to force it down my gullet, because it's cheap. Whether I like it or not. You literally give up everything else you enjoy for the one thing, your goal you're trying to seek. You want a certain car? If you want to buy a car, guess what? You're going to have to give up a lot of your shit to save up to buy that car. Same goes for a house. And a lot more goes if you want to start a family. You know how I know this? I've seen it. I've seen my grandparents do it. I've seen my own mother do it. Giving up all their hobbies, all their fun, all their free time, just to grind away at work, just to get the one thing they want to achieve that took them 30 years or longer to get. And it is never going to be instantaneous or in 1 year. Hence the whole thing you were taught in school. What is your 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 15-year plan, 20-year plan? A house needs to be in one of those. But you better be willing to give up everything for it. I know. I've seen it. I've done it myself. If I wanted a new console, guess what? I wouldn't be doing any video games. I would save up money, take about 2-3 years to get that console, and then I would go back to my hobby. Because I've had to do it several times before. You're getting paid more than anyone ever did, but also you dumbasses elected in a bunch of idiots who raised your taxes. Which means any money you would have made would now go to bills. Because you didn't pay the fuck attention. Next time, don't listen to people who whisper sweet nothings in your ear. And then be shocked when your fucking power bill goes over to $800 for just only 5 minutes of fucking warmth in your house. Oh wow, looking into your future, it's really quite amazing. Good for it. Future comes when it comes, lady. All I could do is enjoy the ride. I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm going to be deliberately vague here, but there are things you're going to do and see beyond your imagination. In the next little while, they are going to be blowing your mind. I'll go so far as to say that without you, this entire planet is toast. Oh goody, I get to be the protagonist. Hope you don't mind me being lazy. That'd be the worst kind of protagonist. I'd be like, yeah, save yourself. Good luck with that. I'll save the world if I get bored. Because the world don't need saving. It's a bunch of scared humans that want to be saved. Not the world. That's like those stupid goddamn idiots who are like, save the planet, climate change. Bullshit. The world will be fine. It's humanity that's freaking out. Because they might not adapt in time and go the way of the dinosaur. Oh well, boo fuckity hoo. We'll either adapt or die. That's the law of the world. By then we probably will evolve to be just fine. Well, most of us anyways. Then the rest, well, goodbye. Nice knowing you. Hope you had fun. I have no sympathy for humanity anymore. Especially knowing how spoiled little fucking brats they are. And how idiotic they are. You think you can control the climate? It's adorably stupid. You can't. That's been doing its own thing. And will always keep doing its own thing. You can't do shit about it. Even if you stop all your carbon emissions to zero, it'd still be changing. It's always been changing and always will be. It's been changing since the dinosaurs, it was changing before the dinosaurs, it will keep changing long after humanity. It's just adorable you're stupid enough to think you can do anything about it. Humanity has the strength to fucking terraform our own planet, but yet they're too stupid to figure out there are things they can't ever do. Really? Really? Your brain don't work that well. No, humanity as a whole has gotten dumber. Maybe Mother Nature's just going through a spring cleaning and gonna wipe out a few 100,000,000,000 humans. Thank God death has no biases. It'll just start going to town. You're that stupid. No wonder why you're blindsided by the most common things. Like I said, laws of nature that can never be broken. Can be bent, since we can terraform. We can bend it and hopefully buy ourselves more time to evolve. But you cannot beat it. There's no winning. You can't win to begin with. As Fallout New Vegas once said, kid, the game was already rigged from the start. All you have to do is know how to play the game. Hey Doc, how's the wash? I'm back up, rumbling, restless. Good for you, I guess? Never thought I'd say this in my lifetime, but the data off the charts. Good for it. What data? Is your data even good data, not biased data? I hope I'm wrong, but she looks ready to blow, and if she does, look, whatever, this town is really in danger. Yeah, you're 5 miles away from a volcano. It's Mount St. Helens all over again. But hey, good news is my business will be booming. A lot of houses to clean the ash off of. I'll take that advantage. I might get a few competitors though, but well, there'll be plenty of business around for that. Also, don't say I don't know life's not fair, since I shouldn't even exist to begin with. I know how unfair life really is. Life's not fair, and I decided to give it the middle finger and keep living anyways. Because I'm not fair. And I can play that game too. I'm quite aware. Hell, the doctors were making bets on when I would die as a kid. Literally, a calendar with bets on it. $20 for the February of 1992 and that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, they made bets. Damn well thought I was never going to make it. Here I am, 37 years old, and I wish I could have made a bet myself. Then I would have made a killing out of that 30-year pool. Well, it would only lasted about 24, 25 years, the pool did, of them making bets. You know, I think someone won it. I think it was my doctor saying I would live to be well over 30. He won the pool, so... Granted, he was my main primary doctor for a reason. He's the one who saved me the first time. Out of pure fucking luck, he was walking by as I died. pure fucking luck. And my god, the world did try to kill me. A lot. But I was a stubborn little bastard of a child. The kind of kid you keep hearing say no. But I just did it to death instead. Asked for 60 years and I'm getting 60 years. That's how come I know when I die it's going to be around 6 years old. And I don't plan on asking for any more than that, since a human male's lifespan is about 60 years. 60 years to 75 apparently. Not a bad lifespan if you say so myself. Seems pretty fair. No one's gonna live forever. So take what you can get and be happy with it. And use it with what you want to do with it. Without stepping on other people's toes either. That's the deal also. You can't step on other people's toes and livelihoods and stuff like that. We only made rules and laws and agreements so no one decides to use whatever they want to do to destroy someone else. Kind of wanted to keep it fair for everybody. Some people don't play the same game, and that's why you go to jail. If you ain't gonna play the game, then you don't need to, well, be part of it. So we just lock you away until you learn to play by the same rules. You can always bend the rules a bit, but you can never break the rules. Everyone's been playing by the same rules for thousands of years, and Mother Nature's the one who made them. Too bad the world's not perfect, or else everyone would be happy and get what they want, but that's not how the world actually works, so good luck. Just play fair. That's all we ask. And we know life's not fair, so do your best. Why do you think people are so pissed right now? A lot of people are trying to cheat the system, cheat the rules. Won't end well for them though, hate to tell you. Mother Nature has a really fucked up way of punishing those who break the rules. It may take a while, but trust me, you don't want to be caught. The way the Mother Nature punishes you is just unforgivably, well, monstrous. And you won't even know it's coming until it hits you. And by then, you may have even forgot what rule you broke. But Mother Nature don't care. Mother Nature go, you broke this rule 23 years ago? Here's a car into your legs. Mother Nature is one twisted bitch. And you ain't punished well into their 60s, 50s, 70s. It's like, goddamn, you waited forever to give that punishment. So yeah, Alzheimer's takes a while. That is one hell of a punishment from the world. When you're not allowed to have your memories in your golden years and you become more like an infant back when you were a drooling little toddler. I think that's the worst way to go, is to lose everything you ever once was or will be. Mentally. That's one hell of a punishment on the world's end. And thanks to your parents, you can end up getting punished on their behalf too, as their kids. Mother Nature don't give no fucks. Punishment is punishment. Unbiased, twisted punishment that we humans try to avoid and do better, but we're not any better. We're just as bad. Or sometimes worse. I've seen humanity do things so fucked up I couldn't even believe we did them at all. Like how? How could you be like that? What in your right mind made you think that was a good idea as a species? But you still did it anyways. And then you're shocked when it backfires in your face and Mother Nature gets involved. The world's the only way it is because you didn't pay attention. So now you're bitching about it instead of doing something about it. I'm tired of hearing these people just running their mouths yet won't walk an inch into what they preach. If you think that a car is so bad, I never want to see you drive again. Practice what you preach before anyone else believes what you have to say. I practice what I preached my whole life. If you can't do the same, then you're not worth listening to. Chimney, roof trims, and roof decorative trims. Okay, just get on the roof, I got it. My grandparents lived in a goddamn trailer home as their house was being built when they needed to go. That took 12 years. They lived in a camper home. $12. While at the same time paying for it. Before it was fully paid off. And they just lived the last of their golden years until my grandpa died of cancer. Then my grandma moved out of that house to a smaller, cheaper place by selling the house she already had with my grandpa. Because she couldn't maintain it on her own. And she knew she had to get rid of it. Even though my grandpa's ashes are on that ground. Under a tree. An oak tree that's gonna grow there. Maybe it was a sapling at the time, but by the time my grandma left, it was halfway grown. Because my grandfather's ashes was like super growth for the damn plant. she's 81 now. She has it all planned out. Took her whole life just to get what she wanted, just for just a few decades of it. Or less. You blame the boomers, and it's not the boomers' fault. It's just some of your own fault, too. You can't blame everything on everyone else. Sick and tired of hearing it. I was born between a millennial and not a millennial. So they put me in the millennial category. I'm not. Is this a wishy-washer? I got your details from your friend Harper, who's helping us with a... Okay. You can do it if you really wanted to. You want a house? Give up every last thing you have as a hobby or little device. You smoke? Give up cigarettes for 10 years. You like your beer? Don't drink for 10 years. You gotta give up all your You can't go out to friends. You can't just go out. You go to work. You make your money. You put some aside. You pay your bills. Buy basic groceries as cheap as possible. And do that for 10 years. No video games. No internet. Just basic necessities. And your basic bills. And you'll watch your bill go down a lot. It will be cheaper than dirt. And you will get your house within the 10 years' time. You just got to save the money for it and work hard for it and give up all your devices. All those hobbies, all those fun little things you do in your free time. No going out to movies, no going out with friends, no babysitter if you have kids. Yes, it might bite you in the ass because you have kids. It might take you longer because medical shit happens when your kid's doing stupid shit. But maybe you can find a non-costly way of having fun. Play Monopoly. Pretty sure you probably got old board games you can dust off and have fun with on game night. It's always a free option. You're getting paid 25% more than the people you're bitching about that destroy the economy, you say. If you're getting paid more, you do know that means everything costs more, right? That's why you gotta watch out when you ask for something. You might get it, but it comes at a cost. A price. It ain't free. You ain't just gonna get money and be happy-ho-go-lucky. Nah, don't work that way. You're gonna get money, then everyone has to charge more for it because you got paid more money. Because everything went up in cost. That's how it actually works. No boo-hoo pity party. It's what you chose. Hi, Wishy. Thanks for heading all the way out of town. It's great to catch up again. Okay. Can you believe that the quality of this statue, this thing, is likely over 8,000 years old? Neat. Man, they built shit really well back then. It's also directly facing a mountain, rushless, almost like it's keeping a watch. They probably did. They probably thought it was a god back then. So they made a monument to it. If you just say, oh, you wouldn't know you don't work? No, I don't. Which means it takes me longer to get things I want. I can't beg for it. All I could do is scrimp and save off birthdays and Christmases, and maybe if I get a little bit of money tossed my way like a hobo from my own family members. Because they don't want the change. And then I save up. Takes me longer than it would take you. Because my disability prevents me from working. And don't say, well, you can just use the disability. No, I get $780. Rent alone is $900. Over $900. So don't give me that bullshit. Don't even get enough money to pay rent. Let alone any other fucking bill. Bad enough I have to be trapped, knowing that I will always have to rely on my family to grow old and die in their goddamn basement or in their guest room to never see the light of day or go out. Knowing that I'll be just a burden. So don't give me that bullshit. If I made you mad, good. Because you know it's true and it pisses you off. I didn't get to be a kid like everyone else. I had to grow up faster than you. If I wanted to live. I did have had some moments in my childhood that were great. But they were short-lived. Then there are probably a lot of people like me that go, yes, that's completely true. Because I know I'm not the only one that experienced life like this. I'm not naive. Though many people just look at me and think I am. Never assume. Makes an ass out of you and me. I may act a little childish and a little goofball-y and what you would call not as mature sometimes because I don't want to act my age. If I acted my age, I would be depressed as hell. Because mentally I'm already 50. I guess whoever made it had the advantage mythology already. The statue? Eh. The webbed spine along the back is some sort of reptile deity. That or a merman, you know, Neptune, Poseidon, one of the gods of the ocean. This could have been an ocean when at the time. There could have been water around here, you know. Granted, not many people will see this video, and by the time it does actually someday get seen, it'll probably be by a few dozen. Some will get mad, and some will be going, yep, perfectly reasonable. Kind of a blurry image, but, well, you do with what you got. The only privilege that exists in this world is money. Money privilege. That's the only true privilege. I'm just tired of hearing it online. I just really am. If you want to make it different and make your lives better, pay the fuck attention. Really think about things and decisions before you make them. Read and get all the information you can. And don't believe everything you hear. Gotta make up your own mind. Don't be a sucker or a fool. Just because some idiot screams Nazi on the TV all day. And you dumbasses fall for that shit. I'm just so sick and tired of it. I've had it up to here. And I know many people like me are tired of hearing it. Knowing full well that our family's managed on barely 30,000 or less. Yeah, you're complaining that you're gonna live off 200,000 per year? Are you kidding me? If I had 200,000 per year, I'd live in a fucking nice mobile home with a pool. And never go without. Or want without ever again. You live in terrible areas if it costs that much. And you should get the hell out of there. Find a cheaper place, probably further out. Certain towns and cities skew those numbers really badly. You could probably find a house for what you make in a year and buy it yourself if you're making $200,000. Dear Lord. You're making more money than my grandma made in 20 years. And she remembers the day that minimum wage went up to $1.25. And all the groceries went up with it. But it didn't raise up too damn high enough to where she couldn't manage. And she was raising 2 kids. Off $1.25 an hour. You can manage if you truly want it. Doing odd jobs if you have to. Get a second part-time job. Just make sure your health doesn't decline, or else that just screws all your money right out the fucking window you were saving. And remember, it's a 10-year plan, and it's going to take a while. It's not going to be instantaneous within 1 year. Never has been and never will. Of course, these things aren't necessarily literal. The Egyptians had statues with the heads of storks and cows. Yeah, those were the agricultural and childbearing statues, or gods. It also means no buying a new car unless you desperately need one, and that would set you back by 5 years. You gotta take that into account, too. It's never gonna be instantaneous gratification. Hell, it'll barely be any gratification for decades. You might be able to sneak a nice little treat here and there for yourselves. But that'll be a rare thing. I remember my grandma said when she was trying to pay off one of our cars, they didn't go out for 5 years. Just to pay it off for a car. And just one car, too. They did have the car for 20 years, though. Back then, cars were built to last. Oh boy, were they built to last. Not to mention my grandpa would repair the damn thing when it broke down, so it lasted even longer. Kinda gotta take care of the things you want to keep. And bitching and moaning will not get you what you want either. I get it helps with the frustration. Yeah, granted. But people only will listen for so long before we tell you to shut the fuck up. Even I know when I know when I've been told to shut the fuck up a lot. But I just bitch and moan because I find it funny. Like Jim Carrey and his Liar Liar. Is that Jim Carrey that did Liar Liar? Like, I'll piss and moan like an impound jerk, then bend over and take it up the rear. Because I know it don't matter. But it's funny. And I know life is hard. I've lived a pretty one. Pretty hard one to boot. Everyone has their own hardships. No, not completely everyone. Some people are spoiled little brats, and we definitely could tell who those are. That's not even for debate. You can definitely tell when the spoiled little rotten shits are out. But everyone has their own hardships. Some harder than others. But when I hear a rich kid go, I didn't get the car I wanted, I'm like, I just want to shove that car right up your ass. That's what I want to do. Fucking bitching you didn't get the car you wanted? Really? Be grateful you got one at all. You spoiled little shit. Maybe this millennial generation will be known as the spoiled generation. Sure the hell didn't help it. They spared the belt. Do not spare the switch. That seems like a different context if everyone thinks they talk about the console. Oh well. Having said that, have you heard of the after ape theory? Aquatic ape? Yes, actually, that's a real thing. That we used to be water-faring people. Some believe that we humans spent part of our African living semi-aquatic. Yay, mermen! They said it's why we're the only hairless apes with webbed hands and the insulting layer of fat under the skin. No, there's apes that we just lost the hair over time because the place we were living in was so damn hot we didn't need the fuzz. Plus some humans look fucking hairy as it is. Swear my dad's back looked like a fucking carpet when you do see it in a picture. Like, dude, how is he so damn fucking hairy? Pretty bad when you look like you're wearing a fur coat and it's just part of your body. But all life started in the ocean, so technically the roots of all life come from the ocean. just branched out in many, many different ways. At this point, this generation of gonna be the other generation is gonna be known the generation of pitching. Doc, I don't know where you're at, but if it's anywhere near that place, then you need to get out right now. Ah, volcanic activity is skyrocketing and it's gonna explode soon? Mount Rustless is gonna blow any minute. I'm just praying I got time to scoop up Mia and Pa first. Good luck, my dude. Gotta outrun a volcano. Though my mom and her brother played in the ashes on Mount St. Helens after it erupted. Not kidding. They lived in East Sela. Very, very close to Mount St. Helens. And they went out with jars to grab the ashes like it was snow. Scared the living volcano erupted. My God. Did they move their asses. That's why my mom has a thing of Mount St. Helens ash marked and everything in the house. Though you use that ashes on your garden, holy crap, you're gonna get fucking vegetables the size of basketballs. Hell, one year we had Mount St. Helens ash in one of our gardens. It grew a tomato the size of a softball. Fucking nothing to sneeze at, size-wise. Impressive fucking tomatoes back then. Before we had to move out of that place. We were renting, but still, damn. Though that place almost did catch fire multiple times, I don't think it was up to code safety-wise, since the installation to the house was old yellow newspaper from the 70s. Or older. That place was a fire hazard. But you gotta do with what you got. Even if winters drop below 30 degrees inside the house. There's blankets, right? You'll be fine. And this was back in 2000. Yeah, again, like I said, you'll make do. God, how many electrical accidents I saw in that house. There's more than I can count on both hands. That may have been too many. Now that I look back. One good spark away from the whole thing turning into a tinderbox that just bursts into flames. I wonder if this power washer feels like a really precise shower head. Ladies knows what I'm talking about, don't you, ladies? I just needed to blow off some steam from hearing a bunch of dumbasses for the day. Hey, why don't you in the comment section down below write what your 10-year plan is. I know, that sounds like a school assignment, don't it? But they don't do that school assignment anymore. Believe me. It was helpful. Mine was easy to answer. Be disabled, not be able to participate in society, and then just wait to die. Teacher still gave me an A because she's like, I wasn't wrong. She was like, well, he's not wrong. What's he gonna do? No, I could do my best, but my best is not even gonna be good enough to be considered average. But I still try. I don't want it to be a complete fucking waste of space. I always hated being a waste of space and useless. Knowing full well that, yeah, it's not my fault I'm this way, but damn well will be my fault if I waste it. Not contribute a little bit, or at least the best I can do. I did manage to run the mile in under 7 minutes in general. But coughing up the blood and stuff afterwards and freaking out my teacher, Colonel wasn't exactly too happy I pushed myself to that point, but I was. I wanted to find out what I really was capable of and what the consequences was for running a mile with under 7 minutes. Painful, that's what it was. But I know I can do it. And it was worth it to me. And it always will be worth it for me when I did it. You know, even the guy that was on track was impressed when I was keeping up with him. Though he was also in the JRTC with me. Still, my colonel called it the ROTC because he treated us like he would any other recruit in ROTC. Push-ups, set-ups, walks, as soon as you get in the thing, calisthenics. You got to start the day off right. And exercise your body. Even in history class. A lot of people quit that class because they said they thought it would be an easy A. No, it wasn't. That class was harder than any other class you were going to take in that school. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. I enjoyed the challenge, even though my body did not. My body got pissed at me more times than I can count. It just made me happy every time I hear that, oh, you can't do that, and I go and did it. At great pain and risk to my own health. Just because I was stubborn enough to want to prove a point. Like, watch me. Watch me do it. Now that I'm older, I probably will never do it. Because I'm not the strapping 18, 17, or 16-year-old I used to be. Granted, I'm still pretty physically fit, even for my age. Still zero body fat at 37. No body fat. I am thin as a twig, but healthy to boot. Hell, I still do have sit-ups and push-ups and squats in the morning. Just to make sure I can keep my body at least somewhat from being stagnant. Since I'm not physically the same as everyone else, I can't just sit on my ass all day playing video games. God, no. I gotta get up, take my meds, do my exercises, do my chores, and then I can take a break for the day. Once that's all done. Also take out the trash if needs be. If the animals, my mom wants me to feed the animals, then I would go out and feed the animals. Got some chickens. There's a goat, or is it a sheep? I know it's it's an animal, a fuzzy little animal. I think it's a sheep, or a sheep goat, somewhere in between, that sort of thing. Then you got the dogs, all the stray cats. If you want to keep busy, my God, come live here. We'll keep you busy all day. Now we got to put in a fence. Well, my mom's got to put in a fence. I couldn't help them if I wanted to. My body doesn't have the strength to move rock. I just don't have the strength. I may not like my disability, I may push myself beyond its limitations, but I cannot ignore that it exists. That's just asking for trouble. See what I'm missing that's not the forehead or necklace. Crystal, crystal, necklace. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I guess it is what's left. Okay, okay. Hi, Bambio. Same old, same old. Other than I'm tired of hearing a bunch of, you know, whiny little kids on the internet bitching about how the world's so hard. That usual stuff. They want a job that makes $200,000 a year? Are you kidding me? If I made $200,000 a year, I'd be living in a nice trailer home forever. With a pool. I've always wanted a pool. I don't know, being popular means that, well, I get YouTube shoved up my ass further and they'll be like watching over my shoulder. I really don't want that. But I do like people like to watch me though, that's nice. It reminds me of my childhood. You know, growing up as an older brother, you play games with your siblings and just watch each other play. Just enjoying company. Granted, there was always that fun fighting. Yep, I do this with no money whatsoever. I just figured, why not? I found out I can do it, so why not do it? Just reminds me of my childhood is all. Sort of nostalgic. Well, all I'm doing this is for my PlayStation. This is entirely ran from my PlayStation 4. My whole channel for the last 6 years is by a PS4. And nothing else. And the hotspot for my cell phone, which is a flip phone that you can get from the 90s. Hence why the quality probably also sucks too. Other than Verizon throttling us doesn't help either, but still. Oh, it depends on... I had Fallout 4 streams, so if you ever find those, I do have Fallout 4 streams. I built entire settlements. I think the settlement building is probably the best thing in Fallout 4. Because I, as a kid, played Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and I always thought to myself, I could do better than this. And that's when Fallout 4 is like, oh yeah? Here you go, do it. And that's exactly what I did. My shit would put to shame what the devs would do. Yeah, it's fun. You gotta learn how to, where to start your build. When you start your building, you gotta have a plan, like where do you want to have it wrap around. Where are they going to live? Where's the bathrooms going to be? Where's the food going to be grown? How are you going to keep intruders out? Where's the spawn points for the intruders? So when they spawn in, you can take care of them quickly. And point the turrets in that general direction so you don't have to waste firepower or resources. And who you're going to let into your settlements, and what are they going to do? What are their jobs? I think it's the touchpad, isn't it? When you're in a settlement that lets you build in it, you just press on the touchpad on the center of the controller. Unless it's a different control scheme. I'm talking about PlayStation here. Also, it depends if you earn the settlement too, because some settlements need to be earned before you can build on them. And I always like using the small settlements first. Build on the small ones to get yourself set up for resources, and then get your settlements to share the resources between each other. And you can just build whatever you want after you get all the small ones done. You'll have resources out the wazoo. Oh, for Xbox? Don't they have a special button for that? I haven't played on Xbox in over 15 years, so it's probably the option button. Though after a while, you'll probably get used to which button it is and just do it by instinct. But it's gotta be one of them. Because I played it on my uncle's Xbox. Yeah, that happens. My phone is plugged in so I can stream without it dying. Though it recommends I plug it in to use the hotspot and keep it plugged in. Phones aren't well designed as they used to be. Is it the option button when you go in? Unless the Xbox controller has a touch screen on the center of itself. If it doesn't have a touch button, then it could be either R3 or R3 or L3 or the option button when you enter a settlement. It's hard to tell because I haven't played on Xbox since my uncle. Or my own Xbox to boot that's in the closet. Though, I did hear Xbox is giving up on the whole console thing. And just gonna make video games instead that go off any console. Yeah, you just gotta press buttons, you'll figure it out. You'll commit it to memory in due time. Okay, so this was weird. Just as I was going to the heck off Ruthless, there was this huge flash of light, though it was goner for now, for sure, but no, the volcano just instantly calmed. She started to gurgle again now, but whatever. Okay, the thing I did. Yeah, you did the job. Yeah, it all just depends. All I know is whenever I play a new console or anything, I always have to relearn the button layout. That goes for any and all consoles and games and systems that exist. I don't know why we just can't have a universal controller, but I guess... Your dirty fucking plane. I'll be relying you showed the utmost dedication. We have some of the most important and secretive people. Okay. In other words, he's telling me to keep it discreet what I do here. Okay, cool, I guess. Dude, I'm here to clean planes. Why do people keep telling me government secrets? I'm just a power wash guy. Stop telling me government secrets. To give you an example, only yesterday we had a private jet flying. Cool, a private jet. Who fucking cares? Unless it needs me to clean it, I don't care. Who knows what was in the briefcase they were carrying? Oh, I don't want to know about no government briefcase, okay? I'm the guy who washes planes. That's my job. Why do people just not leave well enough alone sometimes? That always confuses me. Why do you have to stick your nose in literally everyone else's business? Especially telling your low-paid workers this shit. No, I can't afford VR. My grandmother bought me the PlayStation. Because believe it or not, my grandma's an online gamer. She's not exactly out of the touch just quite yet. She's getting there, but she kept up pretty well over time. But you can't keep up forever. Her new computer is kind of making her more mad than anything because it's hard to maintain for her. She does have a guy, though, that she pays in case anything goes wrong because she don't want to deal with it. I can't physically work, I'm disabled. Hell, I can't even mentally work. I do YouTube for fun because I have nothing else. I could just be playing this game quietly in my room, waiting for the end, and nothing more. I just figured, why not stream? I got nothing better to do. Speaking of which, I should take my meds. 1 second. Today is Friday. You don't have to apologize. It's just a fact. A fact of life I had to grow up learning and just live with it. Hell, I'm lucky to even be here at all. Kind of just want to chill, and so I may watch you. That's cool. I like this game because it is really good for just chilling. This game is like peak chill. Unless I go off on a tangent and then I just start yelling at this internet for no reason. Just because I can. Though I have to be careful what I say, because YouTube apparently can't read descriptions. I kind of wish we can give a rating to our channels if we wanted to rate it M for mature or T for teen, you know. Let the content creators rate our channels so we can get the appropriate audience, so you don't consider everything child friendly. It's so annoying. And then we can cuss if they're like, oh, you're rated M channel, then we'll give you to mature adults. And then that way you can cuss and do what you want without it being pornographic or anything. Certain rules, yes, still have to apply, but it'd be a lot more lenient, and we get the right customer base. I don't know why it's so hard for YouTube to implement something like that, but I guess it is. Make it a lot easier for everybody. Seriously, I was making jokes and making fun of people, the bad people from World War II, and they flagged me for hate speech. I was so baffled beyond all reason, like, wait, what? Oh, it's the cat cam. It's for when the kitty goes up there. There's a cat. So, she's right now, she's laying right next to me, sleeping. All fuzzballed up and purring. Normally she'll be up in the camera, so... I mean, can't you see the thing at the top? Some people think that's the actual cat, but it's a puppet. There is a cat that looks like that puppet, though, so... There's a substitute for the real thing. Also, at some point, this billionaire, probably the most secretive in the world, has flying in. Again, why is this boss telling me really confidential shit? His business acquaintance of mine, he's probably the most interesting of the lot. Yeah, there's a real cat. She's just sleeping right now, all curled up in a ball next to me, that's all. I don't want to wake her up. Never wake up a sleeping cat unless you don't mind a fuzzy time bomb going off on your lap. He lives in a cave like a superhero, says he's organized the heck out of it. Ah, great. I will always be confused how a guy you hire someone and then tells top secret shit to his employees. That's never gonna end up well. Yeah. Someday, if Verizon stopped throttling us under our own thing, but hey, that won't happen anytime soon. Plus, the PlayStation can't handle too much. 360p is the most I can handle right now. I tried 720, and I get an error. So if I go any higher than 720, I have massive issues with streaming. Yeah, I'm too old to give a crap about how something looks. I mean, I've had to live with YouTube so long that the blurry version is just normal to me. I have to watch YouTube in 144p. And that's normal. It might turn 360p because I have it set to auto. But it usually will keep itself at 144 to 250. Or 360 at its most peak when they decide to stop throttling me. I sound like I'm only 19? Well, you're gonna be shocked that I look like I'm 19 too, but I'm actually 37. Everyone in my family looks young. Just good genetics in that department. Got lucky on that part, huh? Looking young. My grandma's 81, but she looks like she only hit 60. Not to mention her hair turned gray, but it turned gray in the way that old ladies pay money for, and that's all natural. And thank God she stopped buying that hair dye. Doing her hair dye is just so hard. Especially for her age. Her body can't keep up with how it works anymore. Nah, I got enough people. I had my grandpa and my grandma and my mom and my aunt. had plenty of people throughout my life. It's just as I got older, they started, well, getting older too, and nothing lasts forever. Oh, you meant viewers. I thought you texted about my people in my life. Yeah, I get quite a few views actually. Sometimes I'll reach 20 or more. It all depends on if anyone wants to watch my content, which is hours long. And sometimes I'm not saying anything. Sometimes I'm just enjoying the game and cleaning the stuff in the game, so. But I'm having fun, even when I had 0 views for the first 3 years. That's what people don't understand. You always start off small. You'll grow in due time. Yeah. Got 2 right now. And it can only go up. I'm not planning on becoming anyone big or anything. If I become too big, I can't talk to people in chat because they'll go by too fast. And I enjoy talking to people. This is literally the only social interaction I get. And I'm told I talk too much, which makes me a very good idea for a YouTuber. If you're a chatterbox, YouTube's for you. Oh, that's fine. I don't need you. I don't want you to just stay here, but against your will. If you want to stay, you want to stay. It's one button click to start streaming. Figure, why not? Yeah, some people like certain games. I just have a very large library after 37 years of video games, that's all. And I like Power Washer. It's fun. It's relaxing, it's just a game I could chill and play and talk. Yeah, it's very satisfying. Sometimes I get sleepy playing it. It's one of those games you could just pick up before bed, play it for a little bit, get tired, and go to bed so easily. Not to mention the pings are like endorphin releasing. Makes you feel good when you hear that ping that you completed something. Yeah, that ping right there. Oh yeah, you could do VR. That always looks fun, but my internet would not be able to handle VR. Because I don't think VR could be played in 600 kilobyte internet or less. Like mine is right now. Ghost of Tabor. Oh, I thought you'd be like on VR chat or something. VR chat's one of the more popular things on the internet when it comes to VR. Elevators. Oh. You may like someone called Lolathon. He's a VR player. He plays VR, but he likes to scare people in it. And he makes his own models. So it's quite interesting. Lolathon is really good of a YouTuber, and he's really good at the VR stuff, and he makes really cool models. And there's some people that do VR with him that are also pretty good. There's also Cyberchimp. He's also really good. My guy was moving so fast I was leaving after images. Yeah, this will be the last one I'll be doing, and then I'll be getting off myself. I already tried to stream my Elden Ring earlier, but I ran into an error popped up that caused my stream to crash, and then I had to go get my blood drawn, so I had to get off my stream early. So that's what happened earlier today. Strange how that index finger is pointing at the specific spot, don't you think? Nothing in that direction for miles until you hit the coast, in fact. I mean, the Marinia is there, but it wasn't back in those days. But I'm pretty decent at Elden Ring. I'm working on a true shield build. It's not double shield, but I could block with my right arm, with the shield in my right arm, while attacking simultaneously. And it does a pretty decent amount of damage and causes the enemy to get knocked out of their animations. I'm not quite sure how it'll hold up in PvP yet, but I do know it holds up in PvE very well. And it's all about timing, like all From Software games. Well, you know that all streams turn into videos, so you always, I mean, they're there later for you to see, you know, that's always there. Just in the live section of YouTube. Under my channel, you go to live, and it's all there. How I still get views even afterwards. As far as I know, when I'm done streaming, it goes right in, it becomes a video in the end. I do lose 9 minutes of all my streams for some reason, but oh well. It's just 9 minutes, not a big deal. But sometimes that 9 minutes takes some things out of context. I wish it didn't. Yeah, getting to talk to people is why I'm doing it, because I like to talk. And then again, it's my only means of social interaction with people is through this method. That or I'd be talking to myself again. And that was creeping my family out, but at least now I can say I'm talking to someone. Not so weird. If I had $1 for every time someone told me to shut up, I'd be richer than Elon Musk. Times 10. Which is hilarious. Oh, this is a hand from the previous statue I was watching that didn't have arms. Well, this is one of its arms, pointing at something. God knows what, because, well, lore stuff. And there's achievements, that's why I can't use any other nozzle right now but the white one, which is the soft, whiter spray. But it don't matter since I have the most powerful pressure washer in the game. So this is not that hard. It will come right off. Almost like I'm vacuuming or doing the dishes. Speaking of which, I need to check something. I got to 160 stars, so I need to check the shop and see if I'm 170 stars to see if I could buy the... There it is. Boom. Now I have every attachment in the game. I have everything unlocked in this game could give me. Purchased and bought. Now I could just enjoy it and gain massive amount of money and just play as I please, getting the achievements. Oh no, I've been told to be quiet before the internet was even a big deal or a thing. I was just a talkative little kid. Very talkative. Never shutting up. Just running my mouth 24/7. Even when I sleep, I talk. Hell, with my mouth closed, I can talk just fine. It's just ventriloquism at that point. And I also do have a ventriloquist dummy, so... They say it could be pointed as this. I stream whenever I, get on. And Andromeda would have been at the exit spot. I just figured if I'm going to get on and play a game, why don't I stream it? That's it. That's my thought process to the whole thing. And then I found I can talk to people, so I did. That's it. My thoughts aren't that complicated. They're pretty easily to understand. That's fine, you can watch me whenever you want. I still got a crap ton of content from earlier that I've been doing too. That once a week, that's fine. You don't have to if you don't want to too. It's just I don't expect people to do stuff if they don't really want to. Also, I forgot, I have to do this before YouTube decides to punish me in its basement. Like, subscribe, blah blah, YouTube's bullshit. There we go, got that out of the way so YouTube don't get mad at me. Because believe it or not, Twitch and TikTok are losing so much money, they might not be around much. Thanks. I've been told I'm pretty funny, though all I am is just being me. Though I also noticed that all comedians that are really famous lived a very, very shitty life, and they make fun of it. Thanks for the sub, though. I mean, I thought the bar at the bottom of my screen would be enough, but a lot of people don't pay attention to that. I used to want to have people donate to charities and stuff, but then all the charities nowadays are just corrupt and taking the money for themselves. And I had to get rid of that because, well, I don't know if there's any charities to trust right now. Yeah. I can't spell for shit, so when you die as a baby, you kind of take some brain damage. And some things don't work just quite as well as everyone else's. So spelling and grammar, dates, and names don't do so well for me. I try, but I'm not going to hold my breath if I get it wrong. Yeah, that was the whole point. I figured, why not? I've been in contact with the fire chief. Evacuations are taking place for everyone in whatever that location is. Muckagaham? Flo's fire helicopter is being called in to see anything can be done to calm Mount Restless. They do know you can't calm a volcano, right? I'll get to 10,000 one day. Maybe. Maybe not. This is just for fun. I might just lose my channel too because YouTube decides to make some arbitrary rule that makes everything I did considered no-no. Because that can happen too. Because they have a pretty bad habit of that. Yeah, cancel the guy, disabled guy, the mixed race disabled guy. That'll work out well for you. I think cancel culture is pretty much dying off now, or at least it's going dormant for a little while. which is nice. I don't get how people could be that unhinged and mental. And people finally had enough suffering to say enough is enough. I wondered how long it would take. Yeah, my stuff always turns into videos afterwards, so you always could watch it as a thing just on the channel all by itself if you wanted to. Because anything I do is watchable for later. Hence why a lot of Twitch streamers have all their videos go to YouTube as well. There's a reason for that. It's a good place to keep your stuff at. For now. They would delete my channel, that would be over 16,000 hours gone or more of content. This is my hobby. Right here. Video games. I've been playing since I was 1 year old. I had a doctor that told my mom that video games would be good for me. So, guess what I got as a kid? My one and only hobby. Which did help my hand-eye coordination. It really did. I had a hand-eye coordination that was above and beyond what they thought I would have since my disability and the times I died. They were more shocked how I was still functioning so well. Hell, they're probably more shocked they weren't winning their goddamn bets. But I've been called a miracle, unique, special, and all that bullshit. And it's like, all I was is too stubborn of a child to want to die. And I had doctors that didn't want me to die and wanted to find out what was wrong with me and save me. That's it. That's what happened. No, I never played sports, and I did play EA games for a bit, but then as a kid I found them to be boring, since it always was the same fucking game every year, and not much would change about them. And I did not want to waste money on something I only got twice a year, because I was not a well-off family. I mean, we had food and water and a place to sleep, and that's all that mattered. Video games were a treat. Sort of, some could say it was a privilege. Yeah, I'm almost done, actually. I'm halfway done, and I'm pretty thorough. I'm pretty quick about how I do things. I try to get as much done in an orderly fashion. That's why I got the back of the hand done first, because it was the largest part of it. And then the smaller stuff is right here, and as I go, it will just start pinging like crazy. And I only could use this nozzle on it because there's an achievement, so. And then I'll be going after that to take a break, probably go get something to drink, stand up a little bit, get blood flowing so I don't throw a clot into my heart or anything from my legs being not moving for a while, for 2.5 hours. Gotta be careful. Even a healthy person, if you're sitting too long, could throw a blood clot from your leg into your heart, which will give you a stroke or seizure or heart attack. So you want to make sure to stretch your legs every 30 minutes to an hour. Unless you know your body well enough and how long you can stay seated. Or you put your legs out straight as you're sitting and keep them equally leveled and not at a bent position. So you can sit there longer like I am on my bed right now with my legs pointed outward. Hey there, is the marina in your catchment area? What is that? Those go by way too fast. It's only just realized that there are 6 fingers. Okay, you just realized there's 6 fingers. Yeah, you know your pinky finger is completely useless on your hand? You can have 3 fingers and use your hand perfectly fine. As long as you have a thumb, a pointer finger, and either the middle finger or the ring finger, and you're good. The pinky finger is completely useless. Don't know why, but I guess back when we were a different kind of species, before we evolved into what we are now, we actually used our pinky fingers then, but we haven't used them in so long. They've evolved to be just there. They don't do anything. I guess they're good for picking your nose when you're a kid. Gets nice and deep. Also, it's good for cleaning your ears. I wonder if the pinky finger is a thing that your body has for hygiene. And yes, back before you had tissue to clean your nose and blow, our ancestors probably used their fingers to clean out any gunk out of their nose and ears. Fun fact is, I found out you take a rag and your pinky finger and you can clean your ear with that, and it's better for you to do that than it is to use a Q-tip, because you will not pierce into your ear. If your pinky finger can't go in, don't go any deeper. That's as far as I know. You know, old wives' tales and stuff have been true more times than I can count. There's a reason those old sayings are still true to this day. There must be some truth to them. So maybe our pinkies are actually made for hygiene purposes. But since humans evolved to make our own hygiene products that do a better job than our pinky fingers, we kind of made them obsolete and useless. It's kind of weird. I mean, someday we might invent a controller that requires your pinky finger. But I wouldn't recommend it, because the pinky finger has terrible reflex time. Unless that pinky finger is going to be used for just doing basic stuff on the controller. That doesn't require fast lightning speed. Even when you type, your pinky finger, if you do use it, is still the slowest of all your fingers. It's weird. It is really weird. Oh, the cat? I mean, I'll have to get her up and everything. She might not like it. Sounded rude. It's kind of rude for my cat because she was sleeping. But I don't mind. I picked her up anyways. Now she's giving me a look. I'm the one who has to deal with it now, though. She's like, why am I up here? Why did you put me up here? Look at her look at me like, why are you putting me up here? And she jumped back down to do her thing. She's probably not too happy with me moving her when she was in a deep sleep. I don't mind. She would have gotten up in the next 30 minutes or so to drink some water, like she's doing right now. Yeah, but that's all that camera is for, is to see the kitty when the kitty decides to show itself. Sometimes the cat don't want to be on camera. She's one of those smart cats that gets her in more trouble because she's smart. Hi, Docket. The Leonard calls Cal's dad. Okay. Hello, Leonard's dad. Leonard Miller. The volcano is about to blow sky high, and all that is cleaning you did is will be for nothing. No, I could always re-clean it for an extra fee. The car is still looking good, though, and safely packed away. Yeah, don't worry about it. And if it gets dirty, I always can re-clean it for a surcharge. Yeah, the thing about this kind of job as a pressure washer, it would be one of those jobs you know will never be replaceable, because you gotta have something's always gonna be dirty. Stuff always gets dirty, so something always needs to be cleaned. Her. That's a Noir Kitty. Her name's French. She has a French name. Yeah, she's a little fluff ball. I had to train her as a kitten not to scratch, but she bites extra hard because of it. Also, she thinks she's a dog. That's probably one reason she likes to bite. Yeah. She was raised by a dog, so she does think she's a dog. And she's meowed while dogs bark. So she actually does think she's a dog. It's a little weird, but also funny. But she has to be near dogs that are barking for her to meow. It's the weirdest thing I've ever watched in my life. I guess that's what happens when a cat's raised by a dog as a kitten. They think they're a dog. And now she went to the bottom, on her bottom bed on the floor. Yeah, it's just weird to see a cat do that, though. Though I don't think I've ever had a normal pet in my life. They've all been weird, every last one of them. I don't think I'll ever have a normal pet. Just a boring old normal pet. That nurture versus nature stuff is just sometimes weird. Also, she has anxiety when I'm not around. Though I do have to leave once in a while. Yeah. Thanks for watching. It actually helps. I just wish people knew how bad YouTube was 20 years ago and how the best you can get was 200p. How do I get money? My disability. It doesn't go very far since it immediately gets all spent in just one shot for just rent, and it's not even cover all of rent. Hence why I have to live with my mother for the rest of my life or with a family member. It may sound like I'm physically capable, but no, I'm not. I just push myself to the point of breaking. And I do it a lot more than I should. It's just I have that stubborn kid attitude. No, I do not monetize. I do this all for fun and free. I mean, I spent 36 years gaming. I've picked up a lot of tricks and information in my life playing games. I know it's not much for how it works in reality, because that's not even a worthwhile trade. It doesn't really make you money. Even esports ain't gonna be that big of a thing as people think. YouTube works when you get a certain amount of views and certain amount of hours watched, and then YouTube will let you monetize and take a piece of it. And then if you get really big, they get bigger pieces of it, and they recommend you to other people in hopes to get more money. In other words, you have to be very valuable to YouTube for YouTube to get you out there. In other words, you got to bring home the bacon for YouTube. But the quality of the content has gotten so high and so high quality. It's almost up there with the freaking Hollywood level of damn. I mean, look at Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Those things are just goddamn A-list tier shows on YouTube that got picked up for fucking Amazon, becoming big time things. Yeah, I hear that's how a lot of people find me, and some people just like how I'm brutally honest or the way I am as a person. Also, apparently I have some wisdom from my years of being alive. Yeah, I have no reason to not be nice. It's a waste of energy to be angry at people or just waste my valuable energy being mad in general or get into fights. Or drama. God, do I hate drama. I had enough of that growing up. Hell, I still have enough of that right now. In my real life, it's like I don't need to hear this drama. I think a lot of people are tired of drama too. I'm the kind of guy that just goes with the flow a lot more than you would think. Just enjoying my life while I still can. Okay, one of the webbings is not done. This is the webbing. Okay, where is it? Where's the dirt? Yeah, I'll have a pretty good night, it says. Digital finger plaques. That's only one of these fingers has a digit that needs finished. I'm almost done. Just got 2 more digits to go. Ah, there it is. I'll go with the biggest spray so I can get the most coverage. There it goes. One more. It's on the very top of the pointer finger, and I left it there on purpose. Because when the thing goes to show the replay, it'll show me on the tip of the pointer finger. At least I hope. Come on. Give it up. What? Where is it? No, is it underneath? No. Oh well. Come on, give me the sliver. Two are checked off. The to-do list is literally just the pointer finger. Yeah, it's just barely a sliver. There it goes. There I am underneath the finger. Oh well, at least I'm in the picture. And that's it for me. I just got the boat now and a giant castle, and I guess the game will be done. I'm at a whopping 90%. Almost done. Yep, that's it for me though. I'm gonna stop. I might get on Elden Ring later to get a set of armor I wanted to check out, but that's just me grinding, and I don't know if people want to watch that. Yeah, you have a good day too, Bambino. Is that what that says, Bambino? It sounds familiar, like I've heard that word before. I know it's Spanish.